Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick little video on our class. Welcome to 101B. And this is going to be a little bit of a quick overview of how we're going to navigate through this online class. So I want to bring us up to our actual class. I'm going to share the screen with everybody. We have a lot in store for you. This is uh, 101B, and we'll be progressing kind of slowly to get to know each other, and also so that you and I can walk through this venture together. And please remember that I'm always there to help you out. You're not going to be just thrown into the class and that's all there is to it. No, nothing like that. So let me share our class with you. And you should be seeing a pretty nice screen right now. And it actually shows our class, the Auto 101B. What I like to do is give you a little preview video and also lectures for each week. Cover the important topics and give it a little bit of experience along the way. So trying to get started here, my name is, well, it's James Rudd, but everybody calls me Marty, and I prefer that you call me Marty too. I've been in the automotive field for quite a long time. I started off when I was just 13. I'm a third generation mechanic slash technician, and I've got a lot of experience in it. I haven't always been in the automotive field. I actually went into heavy equipment there for a while too when I went to USC. And then I have always been teaching in some form or some manner. But I wanted to give you, really, I didn't want to talk a lot about me. You can actually see my bio, a little quick bio on myself and in the actual, excuse me, in the instructor contact area. And it gives you a little bit of insight about myself. But I really wanted to talk about navigating through Canvas, which you're going to be using for this class. Now, at the very opening part of this Canvas, you have to start off by going to the Santa Ana College website and logging into Canvas. And when you get, after you get yourself logged in, you should see this page right here. This page is our class, and this is where you can be working in. Now, if you go straight off, and I always like to hit off to the syllabus first, and that's over in your left-hand corner. And it gives you some guidelines of the class and what we'll be doing. I'm going to go ahead and show you the student view because right now you're in the instructor view. If I go into student view, your screen should be very, very similar. Now, I have the syllabus up there. It gives you a little snippet of it here as we kind of roll ourselves up, down a little bit. And it kind of gives you a guideline of what we're doing each week. This week, we'll be getting to know each other, talking a little bit. There's some great resources in our class too, and I'll be pointing them out as we go along. Also, you'll be doing some discussion groups. Now, I do discussion groups because I'm a big fan of networking. So get to know your fellow classmates and talk. You know, there is discussion groups for you just to talk with each other, and it's in the student learning discussion group. If you have a question about the class, and you're always free to reach out to me, and it actually lays out my communication plan with you in the Canvas shell too. But reach out to your fellow students. Sometimes they have the same question or one of the students has the answer. This may or may not be your first class, and some of your classmates may already know how I teach a class, and you might even know the answers because some of the stuff that you're going to be getting today is going to be very similar to the stuff that is in a previous class. Okay, if it's your first class, it's going to be all new to you. You will probably have some veteran, uh, you know, classmates that have been in my classes or been in the 101A, which goes over the mechanical part. So this class is going to be focused on the electrical part. So as we go along, you're going to kind of get the knack of things. And I don't expect you to know how to navigate through Canvas right away, but a lot of you are pretty smart and know more about computers than I do. So let's start off. So if you see right here, we have highlighted that there's a discussion group due this coming week. And also there is a quiz number 1. So like I said, I like to start off kind of light and then work our way in. We'll also go into on our next week, which is due on the 18th. We have a few things to do. Now, please, it's not as ominous as it looks. There's little bitty tidbits as we go along, and you'll see that I have videos up there to lectures to actually go through it too. And then you will have a quiz pretty much every week. And then we jump right into some safety, because we're talking about working with voltage in this class and other things too, like our emissions and stuff like that. When we get into that part, you need to be we need to understand the safety aspects of it too. And then we go into safety again. So it seems like we're starting off slow, but please stay with me, because when we get past the first few weeks, we'll jump right into the electrical part. We're going to be going over things like Ohm's law, and we'll talk about electrical circuits and how they interrelate too. So this is, like I said, this is the first part. And if we could always jump back to home. When you jump back to home, it brings you up this nice little screen here, and mine is showing some things that are coming due. Don't be discouraged along the way. I'm here to help you out. So if I go into, let's say, module 1, we'll start off with our first module, and it goes through, my little tidbits on getting into the automotive field. Whether you're getting into the field or you're not getting into the field, it's always a good idea to go over this. It might even help you along your whatever path or career you want to go to. I really feel the automotive field is one of the best fields. There's so many things we can do in it. And if you go into the careers part, which is lower down here, I go over a lot on careers and how how the different careers that you can have along the way too. So, but you can see it's pretty much laid out. And each week we go over a certain topics, and then we go into the next. And I will have lecture videos as we go along too, and you'll be able to see what we're going to be covering as we go along. Please understand, it's really super simple. Like right here, I have what I always like to do, and I go over this a little bit in my video lecture about, I always like to go over different, backgrounds whenever I'm teaching something, give you a little bit of history of how we got to where we are today. And I think that's a lot of fun. So I clicked on backgrounds right now. It gives you a little introduction. I'm going to be putting up more resources as we go along. I'll actually add in the actual video lecture into this too. I thought I had it in there, but I will definitely get it in right away. And if you click on the next page, it goes right into the actual background and the reading portion of it. So there's going to be some reading. There's going to be some actual quizzes involved in it. And when I get into quizzes, so say you went ahead and went all the way down, and we have Next up, we'll give you that little lecture right there. See, it's right there. And then we can go into a little bit of a background quiz. And this is a practice quiz because I want you to be prepared for the actual module quizzes. So I give practice quizzes, gives you a chance to go over the subjects and see if you got it. You can take it as many times as you want, and then you move on to the next. So if you think you got it, go for it. And then move on to the next subject, which our next subject is actually going and talking about the careers in the automotive field. And there's tons of them, folks. You don't have to just wrench. I started off in my grandfather's shop, and for many years, I was only 13. I never really, let's put it this way, I didn't start off working on cars. They didn't just, here's your toolbox and go out there and start fixing cars. I worked my way up, and this is the career that you're getting into, you will be working your way up. A lot of times we start off as porters and then we move our way up. I was actually in charge of cleaning cars out after the mechanics got through repairing the vehicles. And I'll talk more about that when we get into starting a career into that. All right. So I wanted to show you how to do that. And also, if you go into the grading part, now this you won't have a lot populated into it. It'll tell you right here what's due, and then it give you an idea of where your assessment is at. Please do not panic on this right here. I do not, let's put it this way. I get pretty helpful. Let's put it, I'll put it that way. I don't want to say that you are going to be able to just go and decide that, hey, Mr. Rudd, I'm not doing so well. Can you just bump me up? Folks, I don't give grades. You earn your grade, and that's what I want you to understand. If you put the effort in, you're going to do well. If you are just being non-responsive to my emails and you're not reaching out to me for help, if you're not reaching out to me for help, I'm thinking that everything is cool. You got it made like that. I've had people really care about their grades, and I had one student that was actually up north, and he was just going for his engineer's exam at the fire department. And all he wanted to know is the information. He was not really concerned about the grade because he's already been to college, and this is only to getting ready for his engineer exam. So please understand, I'm here to help you out. I'm not going to leave you out in the dust or anything like that. Okay, moving on. There's other things. Remember to always look for announcements. I'll have certain announcements of things coming up, or if there's a job that's available. I do post jobs along the way as they come available. We have really good relationships with a lot of the shops in our area, whether it be independent or they're actually the dealership level. And if you're really thinking about getting the dealership, again, we have some really good connections with the dealerships, and you will see jobs coming in. A matter of fact, I was contacted by Mercedes-Benz, and they're looking for introductory or trainees like that too. So there's a lot of it. We'll have from Tesla, from different manufacturers too. All right, so always look at the announcements. There are other resources like NetTutor Online. We also have this Student Connect. Now, the Student Connect is where you're going to be making appointments with me, whether it be a face-to-face, because I do have office hours, and you can come and visit me at school. I also do Zoom meetings with students too. So just reach out to me, and the best way to get me started like that, because the Student Connect sometimes, it usually works pretty well, but sometimes if it's not connect with me correctly, then the best way to do it, and I think it's the simplest way to do it, is you go to the inbox. If you go to the inbox over here, that inbox is going to give you it'll go right to my inbox. And I look at that every day, multiple times a day, especially during the semester. And when I look at that, it actually tags what class you're in, so I know what information to pull up. But you can also reach me at my email, under my instructor information, it gives you a lot of that stuff. But if you do reach me out by student, I should put the SAC email, which is Santa Ana College email. You need to make sure you put in the tagline of what you are actually, what class you're in, and also what in the subject matter, but what class you're in, and also what it's regarding. That way I can pull up your records and stuff like that. The other way you can get a hold of me, and I'll put this in on my instructor contract too, is I have a personal email, a Gmail account. It's autoprof1957@gmail.com. So you can actually get me there too. And that's my personal one. But if it's school related, the best thing to do is go right into that inbox. And that way, like I say, it'll tag and it'll let you know exactly where, what class you're in. And then you can tell me what it's regarding to. And if, like I said, if you're needing help, please feel free to reach out to me. I know this is going a little farther than you probably wanted, but I welcome all of you. I look forward to meeting you online or in person. Feel free to come down to Santa Ana College, make an appointment with me, and I'll give you a nice little tour of the college. That way you can get to know me a little bit better, get to know me in person too. All right. That's all I have for right now. This is going to be one of the first videos I put out. Next, I will be putting out weekly lecture videos, kind of touching the subjects as we go along. If I don't put out a video on that subject, it's probably something that I forgot, and just kind of nudge me a little bit and say, hey, Mr. Red, I thought you were going to put out videos for every subject. I get a little behind sometimes, and I apologize for that. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this right now, and we'll be seeing you soon. Welcome aboard.